again, everybody, and welcome to the third episode of the top 50 games of all time from the Board Game Nerds. If you haven't watched our previous episodes, you're missing out. Go do that. And if you want to see our 51 to 100, that's over on Patreon. But now, we are here for the top 30. Ayub, you're first this time.
I'm going to say something. Not all, but this batch of games probably have the most games where I'm like a champion for the game, maybe, where I think I can't argue probably that the game should be really good or amazing or anything like that, but I just really love the game.
Cool.
But we're not starting with one of those games. We are not starting with one of those games. My number 30 is a crossover from one of the previous videos with the gentleman all the way over there. And it is a game here in the back right there, and it is Shackleton Base. Shackleton Base really does some cool things with how you interact, and I really love that, you're building these areas on the main board, and then you put a worker at the end, and you activate the whole line, and depending on what color the worker is, you get different stuff. One will give you money, one will give you some other stuff, but if you don't have majority, like of buildings and stuff, you need to also pay a little bit to the other players. But I mean, if I'm paying Nick 2 money, but I'm getting 12, I'm probably fine. But for Nick, it's super awesome that he builds something and still getting a little bit out of my action. So it's really cool. I'm looking forward to the expansion that's supposed to come out this year, 2026. New corporations, which is already cool. I haven't even tried all 7 yet.
You haven't?
No, I haven't.
Ayub.
But I have tried quite a few, and it's a really, really cool game. Never would play 2, always 3 or 4. So that's my pick. And this is the Board Games Nerds. Oh, we should play that together. Simple, so we have to take a little sip. All right.
Cool. Over to me. My number 30 is a recently acquired game for me, but not a 2025 release. I got it in 2025 in Essen at the Math Trade, and it is Golem, spiritual successor to Grand Austria Hotel, I would dare calling it. So kind of ish a crossover a little bit with Nick. Not really. No, Golem is thematically you're in Prague. You're building these clay robots. The golems is a lore in there. They're running around the city, doing lots of stuff, giving you good benefits. But then you have to work hard to get your assistants to go up the track along with them, because the difference between your assistant and the golem is your upkeep. So that's pretty. But the main thing about the game is that in Grand Austria Hotel you roll dice, and the number of 5s determine the strength of the 5 action. Here you put marbles in a tower, and they roll out in 6 different rows. And then each row is an action, or there's 5 actions and 1 copy action. And then if there's 3 marbles, you get this action with strength of 3. If there's 1 marble, you get strength of 1. And the color of the marble, that also matters for stuff that I will not go into. So it's one of these games where, you just take a thing, but you have to consider many different things. The scoring is a little bit, I don't want to say weird, but
Weird?
There's 3 different categories you can score, and you can score up to
27, 30, I don't know.
28 points or something, because you
like
multiply, that's up to 8, and you multiply it by the number of stuff you have, and all of them have the same math structure to score by, but the way you're doing things in the game is very different. So you usually choose 1 or 2 of these to do, and the other one you're kind of ignoring. And then the board where the golems go and gives you actions, that changes every game.
Yeah.
There's 3 tracks, and each of them has 7 spots, I want to say.
Some amount.
Some amount, and there is 10 or 15 of those in the game. Pick them and you put them out in order of strength, and so every game feels very different because of those actions.
Yeah.
But the main thing about the game is the marble drop.
And even like in Grand Austria Hotel, it even has a copy action as well, where you copy one of the other ones depending on that.
It's very good.
Yeah. Really, 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 really cool about that. I think Simone Luciani might start to become one of my absolute favorite designers.
He should. As well, he should.
One thing I would say about the game is the cover tells you nothing about what the game is. I think the cover is really beautiful, kind of scary, Frankensteinish, but it doesn't feel like that when you play the game at all. It's just a Euro.
Back in the days, I really thought this was like a super heavy, scary game that I probably should never touch, and it's not that at all.
I have not played it. Once again, I'm left out, so no comment.
Don't.
I will start things very spicy. You both started well. It was a good start. But my number 30 was a top 10 game for me last year.
Whoa.
So I'm starting with the spice. It was number 9, so it dropped 21 spots. It's a 2024 release that took me by storm, but I'm kind of done with it. I did play it 8 times this year, though, and that is Dead Cells. Dead Cells is a roguelike game that, I finished the campaign. We started it, but then I couldn't wait because I am like that. It is pretty nice. Scorpion Mask, whatever they touch, they make golden. It's also based on a video game, like I talked in the previous episode about a game. I'm not going to spoil which one. And they really did well with the combat system, I feel. I feel the combat system here is very unique, the way it plays. I'm not the one to explain it right now for sure. But if you've played the game, you definitely know what I mean. There are 4 different characters. They all play very differently. They have different decks that can be upgraded immensely. And I really like it. Solo is also very cool. You are having a sword fight with you, which if you've played the video game, you recognize. So definitely a very, very good game. The fact that I finished the campaign, now I've reset it though, of course makes it drop a little bit with me. I'm pretty sure some more content will come and it will rise again. My number 30, Dead Cells.
What I really appreciate about this game, I've only played it once with you two guys, and I think you were in the middle of a campaign or session or whatever you call it. What I really appreciate about it from that one play and also as a general thing is that it has this upgrade system that you do between the between the plays. But I can just jump in, and it's not like if I don't have a character that I leveled up in the last episode, I'm not in. You can just divide these upgrades between whoever's playing it now. I think that is really a good design, but it's also a smart selling point because every board gamer in the world has this big campaign game on the shelf, and they'll never play it because they started 5 players, and then one of them got married or one of them moved, and so it's just stale now. And I think lots and lots and lots of campaign games have this problem, and this is one way to address that, and I really appreciate that. Other than that, the game was fun. I don't know enough about it to have like a strong opinion about.
And I also noticed, Nick, for you that they have these sleeves where you put the cards in and you have your upgrades, which I imagine for someone who played more campaign games is so nice when you pack it away and you pack it back up. It's kind of already halfly set up.
Yeah, very helpful for sure. Yeah, and a pretty nice gimmick. I really like it.
Yeah, which makes the game not be like super daunting to bring out, right? All right. So what I said in the beginning of this episode starts here, right?
Let's do it.
I'm champions for some of these games.
Give us your weird games.
I'm okay that not everybody loves this game. I'm probably in the minority, but my number 29 dropped a little bit from previous times, but it is Wild Space. For similar reason as to Furnace, I really love this comboing thing. You only have 12 turns, 6 where you put out your spaceships, and then 6 where you take them up. And just the whole thing, okay, now I can get this combo turn. I'm playing this card, and this card say, if I have this symbol, I can play another card. I have that symbol, so I play this card. And then it just ramps up, and it's just a really, really nice little card game. Can't say much more about it. I really, really, really enjoy it. I understand not many people do, but I love it.
No comment.
I mean, I had one play with you. It was nice. It felt like I knew everything that was going on because it uses mechanics that you get stuff, you get symbols and match them, and then if I have more of them, I get more of this, and it was a nice play. I was like, sure. I'm not super hyped about it.
Yeah, no. As I said, this specific episode, there might be a few. Ayub loved this game for whatever reason, and
and you should.
And
we love Ayub.
Yes, so that's good enough for you.
Yes.
All right, let's move on.
My next game is an IP that I still love, even though it has struggled a little bit over the last few years. But I'm sticking with it, and I want to love it. I do. It is Star Wars Outer Rim. This is a sort of... It's not a sandbox game. It feels a little bit like a sandbox game. It's basically a pick up and deliver game. What you pick up and deliver, you can choose a little bit. Is it cargo? Is it bounties? Is it a job, which is still a pick up and deliver because you go to one planet, get the job, you go somewhere else, you make some skill checks to see if you could break the prison or stuff like that. It has characters and opponents from not just from the movies, from Clone Wars, from comics, from games and stuff. So you do get more enjoyment out of this game if you know the broader Star Wars universe. All the main characters are from the big TV shows and movies. But yeah, it's very. First time I played this game, I really felt like I was living the movie, man. Oh, okay, now I go to this planet. Oh, I draw the Kessel Run. Okay, so I know Han Solo is rolling. Yeah, I'm going. But you can play it without knowing it. The one drawback about this game, even if you have played it before and even if you know the IP, is there's lots of reading on the cards, and there's an open market of 8 decks, I want to say, that cycle a lot. Every time a new card comes up, you have to. And some of them have lots of text, and that becomes a little bit tedious. But just the feeling of I'm flying around the galaxy and I'm exploring. I really love this planet from this game, and I'm going here. And first time I drew the Thrawn card, which is my favorite character from Star Wars, and he did what he did, and it was so thematic to his books and stuff. That was a little tear rolling down my cheek.
We love geeking out.
Yeah. Is it more like an event type of style game for you? Like
No.
something? Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry.
Something you play like once a year or like once every second year because this might be harder to get out. But then it's awesome when you do it, or is it something you actually would like to play, let's say once a month, even if you get the chance? Or
No, it's not an event game. It's not. It's not particularly. When I say an event game, it's because it takes too long, or if it's too involved, you have to spend a lot of time. It's actually not that complicated, and it
Okay.
takes a little bit too long. But I want to play it regularly with some people who know Star Wars. That's the main
Alright.
thing. That's more fun.
Yeah.
I like to revisit it, and then I play it 2 times. I'm done reading these texts for now, and then I come back to it a half a year later, and
okay, cool, nice.
Awesome. Yeah, looks cool. I would like to try it. My number 29 is a riser. It rises 7 spots from last year. It is a 2024 release, and I've played it twice, putting up to a total of 3 plays, which means it was my top 100 last year with 1 play. That means something. And that game is Golden Cup. Golden Cup is a back-building game where it pits you against other people, and you build your football teams, and then you play against each other. It's awesome. You build this line of footballers, and they all have different abilities. And then you go to a match, and you put all your tokens that you've accumulated into a bag. The opponent does the same, and then and you start drawing. And they can be either attack, defense, or neutral. And if you draw defense and then attack, then the defense blocks, and so on and so forth. If the attack goes uncontested by a defense, then you see what number is on the token. And that number is the striker that shoots. You roll a die, and the more to the right a character is, it's easier for him to score, but it might have a weaker ability. And it is pretty cool. You upgrade everything. You upgrade your stadium to get more income. You upgrade your scouting, so you can get better players. I think it's pretty cool. It plays snappy like that. A 4-player game took us like 1 hour with people that are not even board gamers. And I really, really enjoy it. I think it's a game that can potentially rise if I find the right number for it. 4 or 6, I think, is the key number for it. That's kind of hard to achieve, but it's definitely something that I want to play more and more and more.
Yeah, and I would really like to try it as 4 or even 6. And it has this thing, right, where I'm done playing Unix, and now I go and play you, right?
Exactly.
And that sounds really cool.
Yeah, it is very cool.
'Cause you will be surprised what the other players have if you haven't played them yet.
Oh, I never noticed you're building defense, but there's going to be a boring game.
Yeah.
It's very cool.
Cool.
I've heard you talk about this game so much. I still cannot really envision what it's like.
Yeah, I think you need to try to see it, yeah.
For sure.
All right. My next pick is a Simone Luciani game.
Oi.
Talking about the devil. It's a game that it fell for you. I think we already know from way back. I'm not sure it is for Ulrik, but it is Rats of Wistar. An expansion is coming out in the near future. Near future Kickstarter life means within a year
We'll
or
probably
two.
be alive.
And I'm really looking forward to try it. Rats of Wistar has this rondel thing where you're placing your workers, but the strength of that action is also determined of some small mice that you need to have in the same area, and they're not that easy to move around. So once you place it, you're also really thinking about, should I place 1 or 2 small worker here? The answer would, of course, be you need 2 of them, but you really have to think about the future a little bit as well. And then it has a lot of card plays. It has a huge card stack. Love huge card stacks. So, in another game, you're like, what? This card? I haven't seen this yet, or at least I don't remember it, or maybe it was another player's hands. Really, really enjoyable. My number 28, which is not here yet, but might be in the reproduction, is Rest of Vista.
Cool. Yeah. Cool artwork. That's what I have to say about that game.
Okay, so it's another Ayub champion.
No. I liked it. I just don't remember it a lot.
The game is good. It sits on the spot with so many other games that do the same thing that it's very hard to rank higher when these other games exist. Plus, the board doesn't fit in the box. That's awful.
I hate that, man. I hate that. Okay. Oh, now I'm mad again. All right, look, what you got?
My next game is another space game. I'm that kind of guy. Maybe you can see in the background. This one is also there somewhere.
So many space games.
Yes. It is, let's just say it, series. You've played this, both of you, with me? Yes.
I played it once with you.
It's a Euro. You do worker placement stuff things, you build your engine, you get income, you have scoring cards. It's just solid. The one thing about it is I don't have a problem with it, but some people with certain groups, it can be a problem that everything is open information. There's nothing hidden anywhere, which means that Nick can determine 3 rounds from the end who's gonna win because he can just math everything out. Personally, I don't mind that, but it's a thing in the game. Thematically, you're living on Mars and you're mining the dwarf planet Sirius, which is orbiting Mars, I think. The main thing is that you're building these buildings that you put into your tableau, and you can stack them, so you can have 2 cards. So every time you take green worker, you put it here, then you activate both of them, and the workers have to match the buildings that you go on, and you have a common worker pool. Like every round, a spaceship comes to the planet and has X amount of workers from different colors, and we can take them. But if I take it first, then Ayub can't take it, and so there's a whole second guessing thing there. I just got the expansion. I think expansions. One of them just adds more random stuff you can mine and stuff. That's fine. One of them adds like missions that you can complete, and when you complete them, you get new ones, and that I think elevated the game a lot.
Yeah, I only played it once. I had no idea it had something to do with Mars. If I knew it, I would put it higher on my list. But yeah, definitely want to try it again. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
It's me again, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so from now on, the games that I'm going to mention from now until I say stop are a clip higher than the game so far. Like if you rank them, they would be like an 8.5 from now on. So they are better in my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and the first one is a riser. Not a lot. It rises 2 spots. Spoiler alert. That's because of the new expansion, and it came out in 2024 and played it twice, and that is Windmill Valley. Yeah, Windmill Valley is thematically, you are in the Netherlands and you're planting tulips on your field, but it's just a Euro game. You have this pretty neat mechanism of how you take your action. You have 2 wheels that spin they spin reverse to each other. So the one goes clockwise, the other counterclockwise. And at the beginning of every round, you can choose how many spots you're going to move them. And there's going to be a reward or penalty if you move them a lot or a little. Once you do that, there's going to be 2 actions you can take. One on the big wheel, or in the beginning of the game, one on the small wheel. And of course, these wheels are upgradable. You can add super broken actions that you can make some crazy combinations on the game that even let you activate both at the same time. I think it's pretty cool. The more I play it now with the expansion, the more I feel like it's unsolved now, because I feel like we have solved the base game. It was pretty easy to get everything done after a few plays. But now with the expansion, it adds a new...
I want to try that. Yeah,
it has a new alcohol version to it. So yeah, it's a pretty cool game. I really want to play it more. I really want to play with you guys as well. And yeah, my number 28, Windmill Valley.
I think I played it twice without the expansion, and I think both the times. First time I think you said it, and then second time was I playing with you, Ulrik, as well? Someone else then. Because the 2 wheels that you're talking about are not the same size.
Exactly. That was my comment.
6 and 5. Yeah. It's
also maybe it was
one size higher. I think it was your comment, yeah.
Yeah, and I think it was you and the first time we played it together, and it was like, because then you think, okay, now this upgrade is next to this upgrade.
Yes.
Hey, and then when you flip them, like, oh, they're not next to each other anymore. And that's it's a little fun thing.
That's very trippy.
Yeah,
it's very trippy.
Yeah, and I think that makes the game better that they're not.
Yeah,
100%.
Of course they should do that, but just the first few turns I was like, oh, that's how that works.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Cool,
me.
cool, cool.
Also, this is a fun fact. This is Danny Garcia, creator of other games that you love.
Yes. So my next pick is a Lacerda game, but not a crossover with anybody so far. I hope it might be in the future, and it is Kanban Eevee, exactly. I have mentioned before in the past that cool action selection systems really makes my day. When, the actual doing the actions is fine, but the whole way of how you get to do your action is something you need to think about. I really like that. And in Kanban Eevee, you have this line where, you activate the actions from top to bottom. But then when you need to pick your new actions, you also do it from top to bottom. But if you were in the top and you want to do the bottom action, but that action is currently blocked because you need to wait for that guy to move away. That's really, really, really trippy. There's not that many action spots, but that is so cool. And I really want to play it a lot more. But that alone, I'm like, wow, such a clever idea. My 27, Kanban Eevee.
Yeah, pretty cool game, but I've only played once.
Very cool game.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. Okay, over to me.
Yeah.
My next game is not a pure solo game, but it's bought for solo.
Okay.
I say it, look at Nick. I have played it with Nick. I think he liked it. It is an Uwe Rosenberg game, and it is Halatau. If Hadrian's Wall is Excel sheet the game, then this is just lots of small math puzzles to solve. Not very, very simple ones, but 2 plus 4 is 5, and then 6 plus 2 is... And you have to do that all the time. But it's very simple. You just have to, every turn, calculate this amount of brick, this amount of milk, and there's like 15 different resources or something. You just plant some stuff on your field. Next turn you harvest them, and then you have to have a certain amount to move your building along this track because you're evolving your city, and every time you move it, it becomes more and more expensive to move it. That's it. There's some worker placement spots, you get stuff. And again, in classic Uwe fashion, you don't have an automa. You just leave your workers out there from your last turn, and they block you, and then something gets cleared off. It's very, very smooth. I've had it set up on my table and done like 3 or 4 plays over a few days, just leaving it there. And once I know the game, it's just like comfy, just do. Very cool.
Yeah, I've only played it once, but I really, really want to dive back into it. It was very cool.
I played it once, so it was too much math for me.
Yeah.
What is your profession, sir?
Uh,
Remind us here.
I'm a math teacher.
Yeah.
But I'm off work, man. I don't want to work when I'm off work.
Playing it with these two guys was like such a different experience.
Yeah.
I knew Ayub
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Yeah.
My first thought was also, Nick would probably like this.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But yeah, I think it was also the whole thing that sometimes you cannot just use. You need to use 2 of this resource and 3 of this, and then you need to calculate. But then how much? Anyways,
Yeah.
good for the 2 of you, though.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, time to make some more people sad. Another big drop. This game was number 11 last year, so it dropped 16 spots.
Oh.
It's a 2017 gigantic game that I've only played once this year with you, good sir, and we had a blast. And the game is amazing, and that is Anachrony. Anachrony fell naturally just because of the difficulty to get it to the table. It is an amazing worker placement game that I love. If I had the game and I was able to play it regularly, I think it would easily, I'm not exaggerating, it would be in my top 7. Easily. The thing is, that's not the world we live in. I cannot play the game every day. It's very hard to set up. I do not own it, but it's definitely an amazing worker placement Eurogame. That is now in my number 27 spots. Don't hate me, don't shoot me. I'm going back to my spot.
What a drop. What a drop. And we, like you said, we had such a big blast with that play.
I think it was one of the best. I think I also mentioned in the podcast episode of like, we have the top experiences of every month. It was definitely in there for me.
Yeah.
And I think it was also for you.
Yeah, it was.
But it's hard to get out, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, you own it. How does it feel for you?
Yeah, no, of course the same. Also, it didn't go from 11 to 89.
Oh, no,
so,
of course. I love the game. Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, it makes sense.
I had it outside my top 50 just because I only played it once, and it's a lot to wrap your head around. I could definitely see the gears turning, and I want to take more with this, but
you definitely need to play it again.
I need to dig in a little bit more.
All right. Well, just remember what you did to me now when I'm mentioning the next thing. No, no, it's not that. It's once again something that I think in this group I might be a bit more of a champion of. But actually, if you look at the general world, I'm not alone this time. This is not another wild space situation. It's a Reiner Knizia game, but with deck building. And it is, of course, the Quest for El Dorado. The Quest for El Dorado, unfortunately for you, Nick, the first experience, we had a bad one. We were playing at a cafe where things were broken and missing, and the day was already bad for other reasons I won't go into. But later on, I bought the game. I bought some of the expansion. You have a ton of tiles that you can place together to make it's a racing game, to make a different map every time. There's a lot of fan-made ones on the internet that like has different things in it. And then it's very simple because you are just drawing 4 cards on your turn, and you're using those cards to move along. So specific, like for example, you need the paddle cards when you want to cross the sea, and you need paddle cards of this different strength depending on the sea you're crossing. But you can also use those cards as money to buy new cards. It has only like 7 available cards with a stack of 3 in each that you can buy. But the moment it's empty, there's this whole area of new cards that you can put into play. And depending on what people want in, that's what's now available for everybody. And it's always fun and it's always interesting. And for some reason, towards the end, it's always close. It's always like, oh, are you going to make it this turn? No, because I think I will make it next turn, you know? And it's very, 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 very fun. So my number 26, Quest for El Dorado.
Yeah, I think I'm in the minority in this one. I hated this game. It was a very bad experience. I'm sure if I played it again, it would be better. I don't know if there's any Reiner Knizia game that I love, quote unquote, but if there was one, this could be the one.
I
guessing,
think so too.
Since it's deck building, I'm
I
assuming
think so too.
this would be the one.
Yeah, I haven't played it. Looks fine. I don't know. Yes. Oh, well, my next game this is the first one where I have like, this is my highest rated XXX something, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is I call this a party game. Maybe that's a stretch, but I call this my highest rated deduction game. Let's call it that.
Oh, okay. Completely different than what I thought.
Bombbusters.
Ah.
Have you played that, Ayub?
I haven't played it
Yeah.
yet.
I was
Feel
really
left out.
surprised when we played it at the cafe. It was a big thing last year at Essen. They had a big booth with like, you go into this bomb shelter and with cartoon characters, and it felt a little bit too gimmicky and kids artworky for me. But basically, you have a row of numbers between 1 and 12, I want to say, or depends on the scenario probably. But I have them, so I can see the numbers, you can see your numbers, you can see numbers, and then based on stuff we put out, I can deduce, okay, if Ayub has this out, and I know this is a 2, then what is to this side is more than 2 and less than 2, and then I have to guess, okay, Ayub, I think your number 3 from the left is a 5, and I also have a 5 here, and then if it's correct, we lose them. If it's not correct, then we get penalized.
Okay.
That's basically the game. And then there's many scenarios that evolves and special abilities you can get and stuff. I just really like the brain burning thing of like, okay, Nick knows that this is not that, so that means that I know that he would have done this if he knew that.
You remember we played a game called Da Vinci Code? It was a small game I brought from Essen, and we played it. Black and white tiles, we picked 4, and we tried to deduce what the other person had.
Maybe slightly, yeah.
That is the same mechanism as Bombbusters, but it's cooperative here.
Yeah.
Cooperative,
So.
and has like, I don't know, 60 scenarios or something.
Mm.
I would say don't play it with 2. It was fine playing it with you, Nick, but I played it at 4, and it's much cooler because you had 2 different stacks, and yeah. But I played it at 2 and 4, and at 4 I definitely felt, okay, this can really click for me. I think this would if I owned this, it would have the problem that I would always play it with new people, and then I would never get to play the more advanced scenarios.
Mm. Fun fact, I actually just talked with a guy from work about this game because he said, for Christmas, I'm buying this for my family. Have you heard about it? It's like, yes. Have you tried it? No. But I know in general it's very well received. And I even know the guys that I'm playing with the most and recording podcasts with both like it. And now I see this and I'm like, I really need to try
26 this. 26 is crazy, I will say, yeah.
But
it's very high.
It's making me hyped.
Yeah, this is the placement is not per se better than all of the ones below, but for its type of game, it's very, very, very good, and that puts it above some good euros, but there are better ones of those, right? That's at least how my list
Yeah.
works.
Sounds good.
Makes sense.
My next game is a 2023 release. It actually rose 2 spots. I played it 7 times, and it's the first of many to come. And it is Terraforming Mars, the dice game.
Oh.
Oh, I almost had a heart attack there.
Chill. And I haven't played the expansion yet, so keep in mind that that's without the expansion. Yeah, Terraforming Mars, the dice game is just another version of Terraforming Mars that uses, you wouldn't guess it, dice. Yeah, it has a pretty cool way. The dice have 6 sides, and each die has 3 different resources. One appears in 3 sides, one appears in 2 sides, and one appears in 1 side. So some are rarer than others.
Yeah.
My microphone just died here. It's because of my excitement about Terraforming Mars. It's pretty cool. It changes a little bit of the base rule that you might know from the other Terraforming Mars games in the how exactly the terraforming works. But all in all, it's the same concept. You gather resources, you play cards, you gain benefits, you move around the track, you increase the temperature and the stuff, blah, blah, blah. It's really cool. I know we had a bad game, Ulrik, but it's definitely a game that I really, really love. And it is also extremely good solo. And that's another reason that I really love it.
Always nice to roll a bunch of dice, and
Exactly.
not just for numbers 1 to 6, but like different resources and stuff. So yeah,
Pretty satisfying. And whenever you either take a normal turn or you take a resource
yeah,
turn.
the resource turns. feels
Oh, the
great.
resource turn, man.
Yeah.
Vrrr,
Yeah.
It's so good. Dice galore.
Cool. We're back to me. My next game had a little drop, 10 spots. So not too much if you think about it, but still. And it is by a designer we already talked a little bit about. You talked a little bit about, Stani Garcia. And this game is Barcelona. Barcelona really have this cool thing of having a grid where you place in between like a section, and then you look up, oh, I'm doing this section, and then you look to the side, and I'm doing this section. And then at the end of that turn, if there's also other like little workers around it, then you also build something, gain points. And this is a point salad. This is a point salad in its purest form. Should I?
Your face, man. You're
Yeah.
so happy.
It's nice. Should I do this? Oh, I'm getting points for that, and I'm getting points for that, and I'm also building this at the same time. Cool. Should I build these little roads? I'm moving around. I'm making space on my board. Points. I'm doing this. Points. But at the same time, you're also actually engine building a little bit in some aspects, and you're building up Barcelona and doing those 2 actions at the same time. I really enjoyed the expansion. Really, really nice as well. Yeah, where the dice go, and if you have completed, let's say, the missions, they become stronger. And then when you crush your own die on the other side, they wave and become even happier.
Yeah. I haven't played the expansion, but just when you were mentioning it to me, you said this, and it has just stuck with me ever since.
It's very, very cool. My 5th pick, Barcelona.
Yeah, very, very good one. I only played it once with you, and it was a little bit overwhelming, but I got points for everything I did, so that felt good.
And also you crushed me, so that was another thing.
Always
Okay.
nice.
Yeah.
Yes, my next game is a game that I did not expect to be this high before I played it. No, this is I thought I would not like this game. It's chaotic. It's not random, but very player independent, like what the other people do. It is Innovation. Very wacky little card game. I played this at a convention. I was there alone. Talked to a guy at lunch. Oh, we can go play this game with my friend. And then the friend was playing another thing, so we had like half an hour to kill. So we played this game. I've heard so much about it, and it is really wacky. Every turn you can play down a card, or you can activate one of your cards. That's it. And there are 5 different types of cards, I want to say. You can only have 1 active card of each thing, and all the cards reference stuff like the one who has the most of this symbol will get this, or steal something from the other one, and then you go through ages, and there are scoring categories too impossible to explain
good
right
luck.
here.
Yeah.
But you basically play cards on top of each other, and then some actions will let you splay your cards either to the left or to the right, and that gives you access to different symbols. And it's so interactive because you're always looking like, okay, Ayub has many castles, and I have many leaves, and so I want to play this card so I can get this benefit. And crazy. I played it 3 or 4 times, and it's just like every time is like, oh, this combo is insane.
Yeah. For me, it was really a roller coaster. In the beginning, I didn't like. Then I really thought it was cool, and then at some point, I was like, "It's too much." So it's like it's swinging in that way, but that's what the game is.
Yeah,
and
that
a
is
lot
what
of
it-
people loves it for that. but it became too much for me, and
Yeah, you need to know what it is when you go into it.
yeah,
I don't want to say it's random, but it is swingy and
Yeah.
things can go up and down, and you can
I think something that you say a lot. This is a game that if you have a person that you play this game a lot with, then this game I think is gonna shine.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okie doke. My next game was actually outside of my top 100 last year. It came out in 2018, and I played it 5 times this year. It's a game you own, and I love, and it is Underwater Cities. Yeah, I was so very wrong about this game. Oh, I just quoted another show. Yeah, because I played it back in the day when it first came out, and we had a decent play of it, although the explanation was awesome. And then when I started hearing about it again and heard that you bought it, I'm like, okay, let's give it a chance. And then you said something that really geared up my brain. Hey, this is a little bit like Terraforming Mars in a way. Like, okay, hold up. And then I had to try it, and then I played the solo, and then it's amazing. Played the 2-player game, was amazing, and then just overall amazing. I know there's a new expansion that came out, Data Era is called.
Yeah.
I haven't played that yet, but I'm so excited too. And I think, is it a crossover, you?
it is a
Is it our
crossover.
first official crossover?
It was in my between 31 and 40 video.
Awesome. So yeah, that is Underwater Cities.
So nice.
which you have obviously watched when you see this, right?
yeah, you
course.
should have.
Yeah.
But I didn't say exactly what number. So if you
Mm.
haven't, you should still watch it.
Go
Yes.
do it.
Yeah,
Exactly.
great pick. Looking forward to diving more into the expansion. I tried it once.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was interesting.
Okay.
Added a lot of things. You can now actually play cards even without going to spots and stuff, but only once per turn. And yeah, we'll try that soon.
I'm down. For my game.
Yes. All right. My next game is since we just had a crossover, we should have a crossover.
So very nice.
It's a huge Stefan Fell game that we need to get you on board with soon, and it is Marrakesh. Keshi's the game. Really, really enjoy this. You know that you have these 12 Keshis in 12 different colors, and you will need to use them all in this round, like 3, 3, 3, 3, and then it's over. But the timing of it is so important, and I might be like, I think this guy is gonna use his blue Keshi. And you can maximum take 2 at a time. So I'm gonna use my blue Keshi. Ha, he did. You throw it down, but one of the blue Keshis is stuck. You know, so there's a lot of, you need to adapt a little bit with what actions you're doing. Once the Keshis are down, you can take 1 or 2, but if you take 2, they must be of the same color. So you're really hoping to get a little bit of a boost. And then on each of these 10 mini games you're doing, you're either boosting the mini game or boosting the mini little action or doing it. So for the first while, every time I take a green Keshi, I might want to go up this track. But now this track is at 7. So the next time I'm doing it, I want 7 dates, which is what the green action is giving you. And that's a resource you use in the game. Very cool. An expansion is coming out next year. I'm looking forward to what that is doing. I already have an expansion with 5 different modules. One of them is the classic, different abilities for each player. Awesome. Yeah. A lot to the game. Marrakesh.
Yeah, I said what I thought about it. It's very cool.
Yeah.
In another episode, I think.
Yes. I think the last one. Maybe.
Go find out. Watch the previous ones. My next game is a racing game
Oh.
that 2 of us owned or have owned or yeah, it is Heat.
Ah.
This is a very simple game. You have a hand of 7 cards. You play down the number of cards that is the gear you're in, and then you move that amount of spaces forward. You select simultaneously, and then you move front to back in the peloton. I don't know. That's cycling. What do you call it? The pack.
Racetrack.
What this game does, it does 2 things very well. I think it actually feels like real-time racing as far as you can go with board games. Many racing games I've tried, you end up thinking so much about your turns that it feels more like a Euro resource thing than actually I spend 10 minutes and then I do this. In this game, you're all the time playing and then moving, and that is really good. And then it's pretty easy to get to the table because the rules are pretty simple. I have taught it to your birthdays to some people, and I have brought it to some of my friends' house and played it with 13, 14-year-olds up to people my age. And it really shines like that, and then it becomes a totally different game when you play it in a group that knows the game. I attend this local board game cafe. There is a tournament once a month-ish. We have a race. There you can really see people are going like because you're drafting upgrade cards for your car, And people played it a lot are like, okay, it's this track. There's many tight corners, so I need to draft this type of card. And I'm not at that level yet, but I can see that it's actually like a skill game, or like there is stuff you can learn about the strategies in the game. And I feel it's nice that game can encompass those user groups.
Yeah.
I want to call it.
Yeah, definitely cool. And I imagine it flows quickly when you are a group of people that really knows the game like that. So
I
nice.
played it 12, I think, at the testing area. That was insane.
Yeah. Cool.
Great. Okay. Ayub, my friend.
Which one of them?
I'm really sorry. Just show the game. Lost Ruins of Arnak. It was number 7 last year, so it's a huge drop. I know Ayub loves this game very much. And when I made this list and I saw after Pub Meeple this game was there, I really tried. It originally was 31 after my Pub Meeple. So I really tried to get it as high as I could. It was released in 2020 by CGE and Mina and Elvin, and I played it 8 times this year. I will say something a little bit unpopular, I think. I think the big box made me play the game less. And hear me out. I know that everything is easier to set up, but everything just feels heavier. I don't know how to explain it. It just feels a little bit, which draw, there's so many. So that has made me play it less. Of course, 8 plays in 1 year is not a few, but for a top 10 game, it's not like the best. I'm pretty sure it can rise again, and 24 is a very high. I can't say anything.
It's not a high for Arnak.
It's not a high for Arnak. I know. So what you have to do is play it with me again.
Yeah,
so we can rise higher.
We back in the days we played it so much.
I know. We played
had so many
much.
great experience.
Exactly. Those memories are in my heart.
Yeah.
Very dear and near and elk and whatever.
Oh well, not too dear. The screen.
I mean, 24 out of 600 and something is a good spot.
I mean, I definitely had a feeling it would drop for you.
Just remember that statement when we get to another game.
Yes.
But that is my 24 Lost Ruins of Arnak.
All right, I don't even remember what I was supposed to talk about.
Sorry, man. Hope we're still friends.
I just need All right. Oh, we need to get on top of that. We'll talk more about the game at another day. Or soon.
You're entitled to your opinions, or
yes,
just say that.
Yes. My number, what number is it?
23 now.
23 is, it actually rose with 3 spots. The expansion has been a huge improvement for it. It got its dual version this year that I also really enjoyed. There is a video on our channel about that, and it is, of course, the White Castle. Awesome game. Awesome game. Really enjoy
Do you
dice.
think he likes it?
Enjoy dice drafting. It's no secret that dice drafting is a thing that I love. You might even see more dice drafting if you continue watching our list. And this has this clever thing that you have the dice on different bridges. When you take the dice from the top, like the end of the bridge, with a high value number, they're in order. Well, you might get some money because you need to pay the difference and stuff. And the worker is stronger. When you take it from the bottom, it's weaker. You need to pay more stuff, but you get to activate some stuff of your board. Alone, that thing, you roll them at the beginning of every round. So of course, if it's a 1 and a 6, but 3, 4, 5, maybe now you're thinking. Really cool game. It's one of those games where you only have 12 turns and then the game is over. And you really want to chain. I was teaching this game not that long ago. And, it was late and it was right after another big game. And everybody was confused. And, we needed to be out of the school. I was at my work before 11 because then the alarm would go on. And it's like, okay, cool, we can make this game. And I was just so focusing on teaching that I didn't realize my resources and stuff properly. So I made some bad turns. And another guy was just like, boom, combo, boom, activate this. And I was like, I'm losing. But I love the game.
Excellent game. Yes, very good.
Take that as a win. If the other guys enjoyed it, then cool. Over to me.
Let's go.
We have a.
He's still sad. Sorry.
We have a crossover.
Oh, wait. With
definitely someone.
Let's see the game.
Yeah, tell us the game.
Grand Austria Hotel.
Yeah. Dice drafting. Simone Luciani. A lot
Nice
of things.
drafting.
2015.
Seems a little bit similar to a game called Golem.
Yes.
But you like this more. That's nice.
I played it more, I think. I did. Yeah, the theme of this shines more to me.
Yeah.
With the hotel, and you have to put guests in the rooms, and you get a card and you place it on the table, and yeah, just everything makes sense. I find the getting the food is a little bit weird because you can only get more cake than strudel or coffee, or that is odd to me. But it's a fun little brain puzzle. Yeah.
It's pretty
I
cool
just
with
like
that.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
It
Really,
is a
really
very cool game. Yeah. It is a crossover for both of us. We haven't heard about it from Ayub. We'll see if we will. Maybe not.
Well,
maybe.
maybe.
My next game also dropped a lot. It was number 12 last year, dropping 11 spots. It's a 2014 game, and I've only played it once this year, and that's mainly the reason it dropped. It is Orleans, or Orleans, as people say it. Orleans was in my top 10 games of all time for 9 years straight, so it is a boombaya. Now it fell out for 2 years in a row. I really, really want to play it more. It does not play solo with the expansions that I have, so that doesn't allow it to shine as much as I would. And there's always this cult of the new thing going on where we always get new games. We always play the games, so older games get left behind.
Like the new
Whenever-
iMac Big Box. No, sorry. I'm going to stop now.
I wouldn't stop if it was terraforming
Yeah.
Mars, so you do you. But yeah, I really want to play it more. I'm pretty sure we also enjoyed our plays together.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a
yeah.
pretty cool game. I think it's my favorite back builder. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, Orleans or Orleans is my number 23. Love the game.
Nice. Yeah. Really enjoyed as well. Back building done very, very, very well.
Exactly. Ahead of its time, I would say.
Yeah, I would say so too. All right, is it back to me?
It is. Good, sir.
Time to be a champion of another game again, which I think didn't really get like so hyped. It's not that long since it came out. To be more specific, it came out in 2023. For me, it was the Wingspan Killer, and it is racing robots. I really like this game. I really like how the action selection works. You know, everybody is putting down 2 cards face down, which they will use to activate certain rows and stuff. But those cards also add energy cubes into the general action pool, so everybody can see. Cool. The purple action here, somebody added energy cubes to that, so it's also stronger for me. That whole interaction is really, really, really cool. Like positive type of interaction. You have some cards where it's like, okay, I get double up depending on the amount of cubes. So you're really trying then to guess what will people add cubes to, but you also need to think about your own thing. It really has some cool things. The like unique player powers are like famous inventors and designers as kids. They have like a little Albert Einstein like building something and stuff. It's really cool. I don't think
he's only called Albert because he's a kid, right?
exactly. Yeah,
That's really cool.
and there's like a bunch of them. So racing robots, my number 22.
Yeah, it is a cool game. I just think it gets outshined by other games of its genre, but it's pretty enjoyable when it comes out.
And the things that they build are so cool.
Yeah.
Like the cards, and you have like a microwave with them taped things for arms, and it's a
Yeah.
football player robot.
The
and
artwork is like out of the roof
crazy,
for me for
crazy,
that
crazy.
one.
Yeah.
And also the resources are on tracks on the top of your board. I love that. So you just go back and forth.
Yeah, nice one.
Yes, you're happy again.
You forgot.
I haven't forgotten, man. I'm doing it for them.
Okay, I have my next game is a game called Revive. I wanted to say something cool about it before I flipped, but I didn't.
Well, you can say a lot of cool things about it now.
Cool things about
Yeah.
this game is ta-da, action selection,
Yes.
where you play a card and you can play it on top of your player board and you get the benefit on top of the card, or you can play it on the bottom and you get the benefit on the bottom, and possibly from the wherever you target on the board. That alone is pretty brain-burny, and then you go up tracks, and the tracks are like in a spiral around each other.
Yeah.
So there's three different tracks
Yeah.
that goes around. And whenever you get to spot 4 on the yellow track and 8 on the green track, then they unlock the thing that's in the middle. Then you can use your energy to activate that one, and you can upgrade the action in that one. And that whole machine is, and on top of that, you have a player board where you can upgrade your civilization or faction.
Yeah.
And there you also have to choose paths. You can't just get everything. So on my second level, I choose this one, and then I can choose this or this, but not that one because
Exactly,
the map is fine in this game. You walking around building stuff, but honestly, that is just feeding into my. Okay, I need this card so I can
Yes.
plug it here and I can get it there and
Yes.
get these chests that has this free actions you can do every turn. And it is chainy combo crazy, but I'm mostly looking at my own board and whatever's going on out here is just
because
feeding into that.
what's on the map is also enhancing your own board,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
You build something, and what's around it determines how you go up on those tracks you were talking about, right?
Yeah, the tracks that are winding, that's crazy to me.
And many different player factions you can play, and they
Yeah,
have a day side, which is quite asymmetrical, and a night side, which is really asymmetrical. So, very cool.
nice game.
Yeah, I need to play that again.
Yes,
It's been a long, long while.
Yes, you do.
All right. Dead Cells and Arnak fell from my last year's top 10. Time for another one to fall. It
Whoa.
was number 8 last year. Now it ended up in the 22nd spot. And it was released in 2022, consequently. And I played it 2 times, so a lot of 2s. And it is very chilly, exactly. It's like it's an endless winter or something.
Yes.
And Endless Winter is my 22. Endless Winter is an amazing game. So as you can now see, that's my point I wanted to make. It's now my favorite of the Arnak Endless Winter and the
Oh.
Dune. But I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted to actually come. And the reason for that is that even though it feels solved, I love solving the puzzle so much.
Mm.
It just feels so nice. And the solo mode, you just go out there and do crazy things. Even with the 2 workers now, we can pretty much do what we want to do, but it still feels awesome. Every single action you take has 3 different steps. One you can do an infinite amount of times, one you can do once, and one you can do if you are the first player. That is awesome. I really like the action selection of the game, and I really think that it is a very good game. The thing is, we've played it enough. I don't know if there's ever any content for it, probably not. But I think for this year, it will stay in my 22nd spot.
Mm. Yeah, and Anna got new content.
Maybe maybe the fact that I play tested for Arnak maybe also dropped it a little bit for me.
I think that
Maybe
definitely
that also
happened.
had something because although it was nice, the process of play testing online, it was a little bit,
Yeah.
yeah, and you saw the combos and every player was crazy. Maybe that had something to do.
All right. I will work on you for next year. All right. So that's 22. For me, it's 21 now. My number 21 is, I want the picture there now first, and that is Wondrous Creatures. Really, really, really like Wondrous Creatures. We talked about it in one of the previous episodes. Might be the Patreon. You had it at some point, Nick. The expansions kind of ruin it a little bit. One expansion is fine, good, does some nice thing, and the other one is making it maybe a bit too wacky. Maybe if you play the base games enough times, maybe that's fun to add in, but you don't need it in the beginning. Very cool that you have these long workers that looks amazing. You place them on the board, you get the resources around it, you go up on your tracks, and then you can also play some cards down, which do all type of crazy things. Some might just be one-time benefits, some might be like ongoing passive effects, and some have this like these purple cards where you need to put some things on them. You can only do it like once or twice, and then they will do some cool stuff. Really, really enjoyed is like tableau building, worker placement games with resource tracks. Something I really, really like, and this game does it very well and looks very beautiful.
Yeah, I have 2 small things to say. First, I think I spoke about it on the Patreon.
Yes.
I love the fact that your worker is 2 spots.
Yes.
I don't know why. It just
Yeah.
feels cool. And then, is this higher than Natera on your list?
It is.
Okay. Okay.
It
Interesting.
could change in the
It could
future.
change.
This has way more place.
Yeah. Than Natera. Okay.
Similar in some spaces, but like you mentioned, that's so unique with the double
Yeah.
thing.
Very
The way it works on your board is also cool. You have 3 workers, and on one of them you put a little meeple.
cool. Oh, that's
which is
also
your
cool,
captain,
man.
which
That's very cool. Yeah.
At a certain point in the game will unlock an ability, so whenever you go out with that one, it will do something very cool as well. So for me right now, that's just higher. So, but both games are good.
Cool.
Yeah,
Know nothing about the game, but it sounds good.
we'll get there.
My next game is my highest gateway game.
Oh.
This is the game I would use for almost anyone who needs to understand, okay, so I get this, so I convert to this, so I can get this, so I can get this scoring card. That is the one mechanism that is in this game.
Okay.
And it is Century Spice Road. It's solvable for us, and we wouldn't play it in our group, but I just had so much fun teaching non-board gamers or kids this idea of, okay, but if I get a little bit lower value thing now, then I can later put them on this card and I can upgrade it to a brown, which I can then convert into something else. And it also introduces this idea where you decide when you pass and retrieve all your stuff. And I think that is a valuable life lesson if we should be a little bit high
When you
flying
should
here.
pass.
No, I think this is by far my favorite of the. They made 3 different games to introduce worker placement, engine building, and pick up and deliver. I think. I just like the idea of making one game that really explains how does this mechanic work, and then. But this one really does it well, I think. It's been a long time since I played it, but it's still the one I would choose if I had to introduce someone to. Okay, this is how you make your engine hum.
Yeah.
In a board game.
Nice.
Cool. Okay, let's end on a not a very happy note again. A game
Again?
falling. Yeah. It is a game that I originally owned, but you liked more than me, and you like one specific thing about the game, but not the game like super much.
Okay.
It dropped 7 spots from last year. It was 14. I played it 3 times, and it is a
rest.
2024 SN release, and that is Minos,
Mm.
Dawn of the Bronze Age. Caveat: I haven't played the new expansion yet, so it could rise or fall with that. Honestly, I love Minos. It fell just because of Cult of the New. There are many new games that are just took its spot, and honestly, it's pretty much where it was last year, even though it seems like it dropped 7 spots. It is an amazing game. You said it. The dice drafting in Minos is awesome. You also said it takes a little bit longer than normal. I think I kind of agree. I just don't mind it that much. I wouldn't mind playing longer. I love the card play of Minos a lot because you play a card, you do what it says, blah, blah, and then you can take the card and tack it under your player board to get some end game points and then an active effect whenever you activate a specific die or location. I think it's pretty cool. Tracks, of course, Eurogame stuff. I'm really excited to see the expansion and how it works. I've read through it, but still haven't played it. I'm really, really excited about that. Number 21, Minos.
I think in general, maybe this was a game that was higher for us than most people. So I can more see like why it would fall. But the dice drafting, man, it's so cool. All right,
We did it.
we
Third
definitely
episode done. Only 2 left.
did. Mhm.
Just keep it interesting. I have 4 crossovers with Ulrik right now, and 1 with Ayub.
Yeah.
And I originally bet 11 and 14, I think.
Yeah.
Are we banking on getting some stuff in the higher ones,
I
right?
am. I am.
Yeah.
What about you
I
guys?
still feel.
Anybody
we have
counting?
Still feel
3 now, I think, right?
Okay.
I have 3, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you haven't already, go to the comments and bet on what our favorite game will be. We're now getting close. It might be easier for some than others, but still try. Yeah, go watch the other videos, and we will see you in the next one.
We most certainly will.